like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. This is how I feel when the mirror shows.
Hey guys, welcome back to NsomniaksDream, and here is a type of video I don't do very often, which is an attempt at a beauty style makeup. I've gotten more requests over this past year to start doing videos like this, so I figured I would give it a shot. And as with my Valentine's look way back when, I am going to use it as a way to transition into a more dramatic, fun, creative makeup. But they will come out in separate videos, so this is just the first one for how to get this like Christmas ready eye makeup. This is actually what I wore to my first Christmas party of the year. Maybe I had like slightly less long of lashes, but same idea. I am a complete sucker for glitter year round, so Christmas makes me extra want to work with it. So there is definitely glitter in this look, but if you are someone who absolutely detests and despises it, you can always just sub out and get a different look. If you guys want to see more, you guys have been requesting them, but who's to say you're not gonna watch these and reconsider that option. So let me know what you guys think of this one for sure. And if you're just here to see the more fun, creative makeup that will be following, that will be the next video. So of course, just stay tuned for that one. And if you want to see how to do this, just keep watching. Get some popcorn, feel comfortable. I don't know. Let's do it.
First thing I did was prime my eye with the NYX HD shadow base, and then just blended it out with my fingers. Next, I just took a light matte shadow. This one is Kiss the Day from NYX, and I just applied this all over my lid and into my crease as a good base color to have the shadows blend on top. I then also took a white matte shadow and just applied this to my brow bone and inner corner as a highlight. To start building up the warm colors that sit in the crease for this look, I went ahead and took a light brown shadow and applied this to my crease with a fluffy crease brush. And then continued to deepen the crease shading with a more red, rusty tone color, and just keeping the same sweeping motions going back and forth to make sure it was nicely feathered out. For the lid itself, I first went in with a matte green shadow to lay down a base color, and then went over that with a shimmer green shadow just to make sure it has a little bit more dimension on the top of the lid. But we are going to go over this with glitter, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Then one of my favorite ways to define the eye is to go into the inner corner with a really shiny shimmer highlight color. For this look, I wanted to do the gold to bring in those nice holiday tones to match with the red and green. And I tend to apply this pretty heavily on the inner corner as well as just under my eye on that inside area, just because I really like a big dramatic inner eye, but you of course can make it a little bit more subtle if that's what you're feeling. Then jumping to the glitters, I took this green glitter from Lit Cosmetics and applied it with their adhesive all over the backside of my lid where I had originally laid down the green shadow. Following that, I used Lit's glitter called Vegas, which is an awesome holographic gold glitter, and applied this all to the inner corner where I put down the gold pigment, as well as a little bit underneath my eye just to give a little bit more brightness to the eye shape. And I find that with hooded eye shapes, even if you let the glitter dry fully, it will sometimes migrate into your crease a little bit. So I like to go over with the darker shadows and even a little bit of black into the crease just to really define that area and kind of hide if any of the glitter deposits itself in the crease. I had left my face makeup alone just in case I got some crazy glitter fallout, but now I'm down to move on to defining the face a little bit. For this, I took the Smashbox contour stick and just applied it to all the areas you would usually contour to try and define your features. I used my Moda brush to blend this out, one of those crazy looking ones that I recently bought because I was dying to try them out, and it actually works incredibly well. The denseness of it makes it really easy to blend out cream colors and make sure that you get an even finish with it. I'm not one to usually cream contour my face, so I haven't tried that many products, but this one does work fairly well for someone as light-skinned as myself. I find a lot of contour colors tend to be way too warm for fair skin tones. And then to follow that, I used the highlight end of the Nudestix Highlight and Contour Stick. The light color is amazing for fair skin tones, but again, this one is a great example of the contour side is completely useless and would act more as a bronzer. So half of the stick is useful. And while this is not my regular foundation routine, it is something I've been doing recently for fun whenever I go out, so I thought I would include it in a video. But for me, this is more than enough product to just act as my foundation and doesn't need anything else on top of it. Minus, of course, my setting powder, which I used the Makeup Forever HD powder and just went all over my face and kind of patted it on. I tend to like pressing my powders onto my face as opposed to just brushing it over. For brows, kept it super simple and not very exciting. I just used the taupe dip brow from Anastasia and filled in my brows in a shape that I relatively like, but you of course can do your brows however you're feeling. And then for blush, I just used an Hourglass blush that I have that gives a really soft flush to the skin. I'm not huge on blush, so I like something that's really soft and kind of unnoticeable, but gives a little bit more life back into my skin. And then once satisfied with the face, I went back to the eyes to finish them up. I took the red color from the same palette I was using before and just applied this underneath my eyes and used a clean brush to blend them out a little bit. And then I just used my NYX Vinyl Liquid Liner to create a wing on my eyes. If you have more hooded eyes like me, I find it's a lot easier to look straight ahead at a mirror and draw the line first, aiming in the direction that you want, and then to fill it in afterwards and have it connect to your lash line. This way you ensure that the wing actually goes upwards and helps lift your eye, as opposed to kind of extending sideways or downwards if you actually just follow your eye shape. And of course, it always helps to take your time with liquid liner because messing up this part sucks the most. I quickly lined my upper and waterline with a black pencil liner and then jumped to the glitter accent on the outside of the eye. This is more like a fun extra add-on that will just catch light when you move around, so it gives a little bit of extra interest. This is also something I'll do with white liquid liner or any kind of colored liner. If I've messed up my wing a little bit with the black, going over with a color on the outside will kind of correct it without anyone realizing that that's what you were doing. It just looks like a fun little accent. Then I, of course, threw on some mascara and some lashes, and then to finish this up was to do the lips. For this, I took the lip lingerie from NYX in Embellishment and applied it all over my lips. And then, because I find lip lingerie is way too drying for me personally, I went ahead and added a gloss on top. This is just the Stila Lip Glaze, and this makes it so I can wear the lipstick longer than 20 minutes.
Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that one. It was a little bit different from my norm. It's better to try and challenge myself in other areas, and weirdly enough, I find this kind of makeup far more challenging to make interesting and cohesive than it is to do a crazy body paint. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you want to see more, please just let me know. I love hearing your guys' feedback on what you want to see and what you want to see on this channel. I'm going to start on the part 2 of this makeup, and that video will be following, so just stay tuned for that one. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I of course will see you guys next video, so until then, bye guys.